Hi, Greg from Ivanhoe Cycles here, and this is the 2018 Liv Avail Advanced 1 built by Giant. Liv being Giant's female version of their bikes, and the Avail indicating that it's a road bike for women. The advanced part of the name indicates that it's made from an advanced composite material, so carbon fibre frame, fork and seat post, all advanced composite materials. It's quite a stylish looking bike, this one too, with the colour matching graphics in the frame, on the rims and in the handlebar tape. So it's a really nice looking bike. It has a mixture of Shimano Ultegra and Shimano 105 components, but predominantly Ultegra. So it has an Ultegra crankset, Ultegra front derailleur, chain and cassette and rear derailleur with the 105 shift levers. So this is just a slight cost saving to have the 105 levers. The operation is still fantastic, but just a little bit cheaper than the Ultegra levers. So with the Shimano STI gear system, gear changing is really easy. The brake lever, which is operated in this direction, operates the brake. To change gears, it's just a matter of pushing the brake lever sideways. So one push of the big lever changes to a bigger size sprocket at the back, and there's a smaller lever at the back. One press of that changes to a smaller sprocket at the back. So it's very logical and easy to remember. If you consider that of the two levers, one is smaller than the other. The small lever changes to a smaller size sprocket, and the large lever changes to a larger size sprocket. And that can either be done with your hands on the drops here, or from the top when your hands are on the hood. So gear changing is really easy, and it's quite a light action. As you can see, I can do it easily with one finger. With these levers, they incorporate a brake cable that comes into this mechanism here at the front, which converts the brakes from mechanical to hydraulic. So this bike has hydraulic disc brakes, and this mechanism here on the front of the handlebars allows Giant to have a mechanically operated lever operating a hydraulic brake. So it's a really good system, very clever on their behalf. And also what this then means, because they've got this mechanism here, they can have these two mounting points on the handlebar. This one is made for a Garmin, so rather than having to buy a Garmin mount and mount it on your handlebar or your head stem, it comes standard with the bike. And this one is to mount a headlight on. So if you're the sort of rider that will be out in the dark or at night, you can pop a headlight on this mounting bracket. So there's no need for additional brackets or cluttering the handlebars. The brackets are already there on the handlebar. As mentioned, this bike has the carbon fibre frame and carbon fibre seat post, with the flat back on the seat tube of the frame and the curved front, and likewise with the seat post. This is what Giant calls defuse. So it means that the seat post has got some flex. So if you're on a roughish road, the seat post can actually flex backwards and forwards, and it just gives the rider a slightly more comfortable ride. Another point that helps with rider comfort is the fact that the tyres are tubeless. So being tubeless means that they can be run at a slightly lower pressure than a conventional tyre, without the possibility of a pinch flat, and that slightly lower pressure means the tyre gives a little bit when you hit a bump, so aids rider comfort. So another really nice feature, comes standard. Used to be 2 years ago perhaps, there was very few road bikes with tubeless tyres. Giant have now got them almost right across the range, from mid-range to the upper end. So a really nice feature here. As I mentioned, disc brakes as well, the defused seat post. All of these things are very upmarket on a bike it's not a cheap bike, but it's only mid-range, but you have a lot of high-end features. The gearing on this bike has a compact crankset, so 34 and 50 teeth at the front, and a very wide range cassette at the rear. So the gearing on this bike is super low. At the lower ends, that means climbing hills will be very easy. But there's also got some higher gears with the 11 tooth sprocket here, that if you wish to go very fast downhill, or if you're strong enough to go very fast on the flat, the bike has the gearing to suit those situations too. So overall, it's a fantastic looking bike, but also backed up by the fact that it's got some really good components and design features, and should be a bike that would, satisfy lots and lots of lady riders. Thank you.